Happy Saturday, y'all. I am videotaping a vlog series. I am going to be doing more content on YouTube, sharing different material, which I already had a YouTube channel, but I'm revamping it, revising it, and bringing it back to life. Basically, I am going to be sharing in my life because for those of you that follow me, you know that I am a truck driver by trade. I got my CDLs in 2015, and I've been a driver ever since. Taking a couple of breaks due to life things, like losing my parents. But other than that, I've been a driver. And so about a month ago, I had really this past year, I would say I left driving locally in my hometown to come back over the road about a year ago. It'll be a year on the 13th of July. It'll be a year that I left from driving local to come back over the road because I actually like to travel, as I am a travel agent or travel advisor. We're travel advisors now. But I came back over the road to, get back out there because my children are grown. I was an empty nester. I didn't really have a reason to be home when I love to drive. So I came back over the road, but my experience is this time I started to work with private owners. The first experience I had was when I left my job. I met someone through a friend of mine who told me that he had a truck and he needed a driver and he needed someone right away. And when I left from Alabama and came back to Atlanta, which was not a problem because Atlanta is my second home. When I came back to Atlanta, I found out the truck that he had was in the shop. He knew it was in the shop. He knew it wasn't ready, but he just wanted to hold on to me as a driver to wait. And he could have told me that because I could have still been working on my old job, but I quit my job to come to Atlanta to work for him, and he knew his truck was broke down. So, in essence, I came all the way to Atlanta for nothing because I never got a chance to work with that guy because his truck never got fixed. And by the time it got fixed, it was probably 2 months later, and I had another job. So I went on another job with another company. This particular company was ran by some foreign individuals that did not operate ethically to me. And they were doing things that I did not agree with ethically. And out here over the road, it's just like, it's not even good anymore. Like the way, not to say that it was ever great. It's a challenge being an over the road driver, but coming back out on the road, I, was expecting better. Well, basically, I got out here and they gave you the miles, you made the money, but they worked the death out of you. They worked you to death, to death, to death. They worked you as much as they could possibly work you. And they also wanted me to be somewhat of a mechanic. Listen, I told y'all I went to school to be a driver. I am not a diesel mechanic, so I will not be working on anybody's truck. I'm not doing that. Like, if you need work on your trucks, you're going to have to get a mechanic. So I had issues over the road, and they didn't even want to send me to a shop or anything to get the truck fixed. They just wanted me to bring it back to the location where they were so that they could fix it. But in the meantime, they wanted me to try to drive the truck broke. I wasn't doing that. Move on to another owner, of another private owner. This private owner was obviously new to the business. It was okay in the beginning, but after a little while, it was like, what in the world? So eventually at that company, the truck air conditioner went out. Well, that would let's rewind. The first issue was he started pulling freight for a major company, and after a month of me driving for them, he pulled out his trucks from that major company and went to another company, which ended up being the same people that I quit working for prior to him. It was the same people. These people have multiple different companies, and they work in conjunction with each other, and you end up putting me with the same people. The same people, bad loads, it was terrible. Y'all excuse me. I can't stand that on my lips. Excuse me. But anyway, I went through that company. It was a problem with him because he was new to the industry, and they suckered him in by the money. Okay, yes, you can make a lot of money, but you have to do it legally, which the company wasn't doing it. It wasn't doing it legally. And I don't want to drive anybody that just wants me to get out here and drive, and not care about myself. Like, there are things that you need to do for yourself as a person in life, other than get out there and drive a truck and deliver stuff. Don't get proper sleep. Don't get proper rest. Just drive. I'm not going to do that. So that truck ended up breaking down, and it cost a lot of money to get the truck fixed. And their answer was, I was the problem. But they told me they were selling the truck, when in essence they put somebody else in the truck. They just kicked me out the truck. So he didn't sell the truck. He kicked me out the truck, told me to park it, put somebody else in it, and the person that he put in it didn't even know how to operate it. He called me probably 2 days after I was out of that truck. He called me asking me how to operate this truck. And I'm like, y'all put somebody in the truck that don't know how to operate it? Crazy. Left that owner. Get with another owner, y'all. I'm not giving up. I'm just, keeping it moving. Things is crazy. I kept it moving. This particular owner was worse than all the rest of them. He was terrible. Y'all come along with me. I'm at my storage unit. I'm going in to grab some things out of my storage unit, but this is part of my daily vlog. And just for references, I am back in Georgia, and so that's why I landed after this owner. This last owner, I have never been more disrespected as a woman in my life than the last person I worked for. Like, I won't say in my life, as I would say on the job. He was very disrespectful, and I made some mistakes working for this man. The first mistake I made was not getting anything in writing. I did not get anything in writing. And when you are working for somebody, it's imperative that you get things in writing. The first thing was the rate at which I would get paid. That needed to be in writing. And I didn't get that in writing. So, that was the first problem. Well, I drove for this man about a week, and his truck was cutting off because it was saying it didn't have any coolant in it. So I let him know, hey, the truck is having a problem. It's saying that there's no coolant in the truck. And so he tells me how to unhook a sensor on the coolant reservoir. He tells me how to unhook this sensor to make it Excuse me. I'm at the storage unit, y'all. I'm trying to multitask, but this is a part of the vlogging. Hold on a second. Okay, so he tells me how to unhook this sensor to make the truck run and not cut off. So I do what he tells me to do, and the truck works for a while. But eventually, about a month later, the truck starts to overheat. It starts to leak coolant. And when it leaked the coolant, we find out that the whole radiator is gone. The radiator is busted. So at this point, I am in Attleboro, Massachusetts. I had been in Massachusetts for probably a week at that point, running loads. And it never was a good point of reference with me and this particular owner. To me, he was disrespectful from the gate, but I never really expected much from him. I'm inside my unit. Hold on, y'all. So anyway, he basically, the truck breaks down. I'm stuck in Massachusetts. And when you work for a private owner, they don't have any type of breakdown plan or anything. They don't necessarily have to help you get somewhere to be, but it would be nice if they take care of their drivers. If you want somebody to drive for you, you should want to take care of your driver. Well, why would you not take care of your driver? He did not. He left me inside of a broke down truck to sleep. To sleep, to basically sleep overnight. I was there in the truck for probably 24 hours, no food. I didn't eat. Well, I didn't eat on purpose because I didn't want to have to go to the bathroom because I was at the shop and the shop did not have a bathroom. So, when I first got to the shop, the owner of the shop told me to go next door to the company that was next door, and he said that maybe they will let you, use the restroom inside of their location. So I did that, and they let me use the restroom there that one time, but this was probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they closed after 3. They closed, and from 3 until the next morning, I was pretty much without bathroom. So I did not eat that night, and I was stuck with no accommodations. I could not crank the truck because the radiator was gone. If I cranked the truck up, then it would have damaged the truck even further. So, y'all know I didn't stay with that person. So that leads me up to now. So now I'm asking myself, at this point, I am approaching the age of 47. And I'm asking myself, what is it that I can do to basically revamp my life and the way that I am earning my income, because now it's been a year of trials and tribulations with being an over the road trucker. It's been a tough year. So I have some choices to make, y'all. I either gotta go a different direction. Oh, this is supposed to be a the proper type of storage. I'm looking for things, specific things. I see them. But yeah, guys, I have been through that over the years. So now here I am. I am stepping more into the travel side of my business because I've been in the travel business for about 10 years now. Probably 9.5 years. I've been a travel advisor, and I want to grow the business a little bit more. So I'm taking the time now that I have to invest more into that. And um, I'm excited because I'll actually, before all of the drama happened, the good thing was I was able to um, pay for me a chance to go on Virgin Voyages for the first time. And I have been watching so many vlogs of other travel advisors and people that travel go on Virgin Voyages. And one thing that I love about them is it's like an all-inclusive resort on a cruise ship. Everything is included except for your alcohol. You know, your alcohol is not included, but your Wi-Fi, all the food on the ship included. Everything is included except for basically alcohol and premium, experiences such as the spa and things like that. Of course, that's not included. But for the most part, I think it's an amazing deal on a cruise ship because a lot of cruise ships you have to pay separately for a lot of different things. And this will be my third cruise in my entire life. And I've learned a lot about the travel industry, so I want to actually experience it so that I can tell you all more about from my experience and share with you, and not just be an onlooker, but I want to be a participator in the travel industry more outside of actually the traveling that I did on the truck. So here I am. I'm approaching my 47th birthday next month, and I am basically evolving my entire life. And so this is a part of what I'll be vlogging about, my experiences as I transform from being a truck driver to my next level in travel and really expanding the business that way. I'm also a published author, and I help other people publish books, but sometimes that's not constant money. I did that more for the passion and not just for the money. And so even though I enjoy helping people do that, some people are not ready, right away. Some people start, stop, and that's not a consistent form of revenue, but it is a source of revenue. But I'm tapping into my entrepreneurial spirit. Tapping into my entrepreneurial spirit to be able to evolve in my life. And I'm trusting God as I take this journey. So, I don't know if anybody else can relate to me and what I'm experiencing now. But if you can, of course, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, let me know if you can relate to what I'm dealing with, because I have worked since I was 18 years old. My children are now 24, 25, and 26. And the two oldest are getting ready to turn 26 and 27. And I have one grandbaby and one on the way. So I really don't have, anything as far as like, well, I want to be around for the grandchildren, of course. I want to be in a place of where I'm able to just share in their life, more actively. I don't think that I want to be on the road in that capacity that I was in the truck. But hey, I'm asking God to lead me and guide me and show me the directions, and I'm using what I know to do with my hands and make changes in my life. So that's my vlog for today. I'm practicing on my camera. I got this selfie stick. I'm looking forward to taking my cruise in 17 days. So I'll be taking you all along with me, showing you everything that I'm experiencing. And I'm so happy to have this opportunity to be able to cruise on the Valiant Lady with Virgin Voyages and share with you all my experience. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening. If you got to the end, say hello and let me know if you can relate to me in my little old life. All right, y'all, and I'll share more about some things later. Bye.